Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. Now, we're talking about a Metal Gear Solid movie, but before we get into it, just a quick word from a sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Yuzu, the best thing that you can possibly drink after a night out. It's not actually sponsored by Yuzu, I just had Yuzu for breakfast. Man, is it a tasty beverage. But anyway, let's get into the content. So, I watched the movie Logan. If you haven't been to see it, I highly suggest you do see it, because it is a very good movie and I liked the way they went with it. But when I got to the end of the movie, and just a quick spoiler, X-24 is in it, Wolverine's evil twin, his clone. He's in it, and I noticed, because he's supposed to be like X-24 is like a younger-ish kind of version of Logan. So he's healing. Well, actually, no, his healing factor is not that dominant in the movie. But I looked at him and I was like, holy crap, that's Snake from Metal Gear Solid. He looks just like, he didn't have the hair, admittedly. He had a very shaven crew cut kind of style, whereas Snake's got kind of like a mullet in MGS3. And I'm only talking about Metal Gear Solid 3 at the minute because story-wise, if you to do these as movies, you would have to start from Metal Gear Solid 3 because that's the first one in the. But I was looking at it and I was like, holy crap, that would be like Hugh Jackman could play the perfect Snake. And I got into it. I went to watch. I watched all the pachinko cutscenes. The HD remastered things for the machines in Japan. I watched them and I was like, this is a bit spooky because he looks like Hugh Jackman with a mullet and a bandana. And then I was like, this can't be right. So, I went onto Google, brought up a picture of Hugh Jackman, opened another tab, brought up a picture of HD Snake, and I was like, they're pretty much matching. I mean, the nose is the same kind of shape, the cheekbones are pretty much dead on, the shape of the head even. And I was thinking, if I was to cast a movie, or if I was in charge of making a Metal Gear movie, because they said at one point they were thinking about doing one or something, but whatever. I was like, who would I cast as like the main people in the Metal Gear Solid 3 storyline? So not like the Fear, the Pain, and all the other mini bosses. I'm talking like Volgan, the boss, Ocelot, Eva, Snake, maybe like Paramedic and Sigint and all that other kind of stuff. But I only really focused on the first couple. Volgan, boss, Ocelot, and Eva. And I just wanted to go through and like talk who I think would be good for these kind of people. So if they're actually making this movie and you haven't cast anybody yet, just go ahead and listen to this, and just pay me a small amount of money, we'll be fine, okay? Yeah, awesome. But anyway, like Volgan, alright, so Volgan's like the main bad guy next to the boss. The boss is kind of like secondary bad guy, but for Volgan, I was thinking Dolph Lundgren. Now you're probably thinking, they don't really look similar. That is true. They do not look that close, but the voice that they can give is kind of similar. Now, when it comes to the guy who did Volgan in the games, whose name I don't actually know, he had a very kind of deep voice, very aggressive, I guess. It was an angry guy, because you never see Volgan being nice and sweet or anything, apart from to Rajdenovich. But we won't get into that. Oh, that's the thing. No, never mind. No, back to Volgan. So, I was thinking Dolph could play him pretty much from his role as Ivan in the Rocky films, because if you watch that, he has to be the stereotypical Russian, which is always, da, I will kill you now, and all this kind of stuff. So, I was looking at him when he played, I'm sure he's called Ivan. I don't actually know what he's called in the Rocky movie, but I'm just going with Ivan. So, I looked at his build and his head shape and all that kind of stuff, because Volgan's got like a pill head. His head kind of looks like a pill. And Dolph's doesn't. It did when he was younger. It doesn't really now. It's more of a blocky, square beef head. But I was like, he could play a good Volgan. He's got the tone of the voice. He's got the body build because Volgan's a big rip dude, and so is Dolph. And also with the fact that I don't know many actors who can speak with the accent and also look kind of barely Russian. I mean, I could probably bring up some Russian. I could probably like IMDb some Russians, but I mean, at the minute, Dolph is my choice for Volgan. Now, for Boss, not Big Boss, just Boss, the woman. I've gone with Tilda Swinton, and if you're wondering who Tilda Swinton is, she was the chick who played Gabriel, I think it was called, the angel in Constantine with Keanu Reeves. If you were to like dye her hair blonde and like make it the same length as the Boss, then you know you'd get pretty damn close because they've got once again similar head shapes, which is what you really kind of want to go for in casting game characters. I mean, with like the Prince of Persia movie, they did semi decently. I mean, it wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst, but with the whole look of the guy, like in his face, they got kind of close. They didn't get dead on. They could have gone, some other way. But Tilda Swinton is like a perfect body build. She's not too muscly and she's not too skinny. She's like dead in the middle. Now she could probably beef up for the movie, put on some abs or whatever. I don't know, because the Boss, if you watch when she's like, look at this massive scar, she's got abs. She's got like 20 pack. She's ripped in game. So that's what I was thinking. Tilda Swinton. Now I couldn't really get anybody else close to the kind of look. I went through about 50 different actresses, trying to think. At one point I was like, Helen Mirren, but then I was like, no, she probably just no, she's not even close. I was also thinking of what's her name from Bedknobs and Broomsticks, but she's too old now. She's almost dead. I'm just joking. I would never cast old people to do action movies. However, it would be interesting to see like an old woman ninja kick someone in the face. But yeah, Tilda Swinton's my choice for Boss. Now, Ocelot. There's two Ocelots, and I'm kind of thinking ahead for Ocelot because Ocelot is pretty much in the entire Metal Gear saga. So for old Ocelot, I'm thinking Sean Bean with long hair, because he's not got the old man kind of chiseled down face at the minute. He used to when he played Sharp and stuff. He used to have a very kind of chisely face because he was on TV, so he had to stay in shape and stuff. But if you watch him in Pixels, he's kind of aged a bit. I mean, I'm dating him right now with fucking Pixels. When did that come out? But in that, he was kind of podgy and stuff. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but he was in that. But I'm thinking of him for old Ocelot, or if you could get him, Clint Eastwood, because Clint Eastwood's face and his head shape for Ocelot is pretty much dead on. Plus the whole cowboy thing, I think that'd just be hilarious. But for young Ocelot, I'm thinking if you like give one of the Hemsworth brothers a crew cut and get rid of his mustache or his beard or whatever, and because there's a few Hemsworth brothers who do acting, so I was thinking one of the Hemsworth brothers. It's kind of hard to find someone who matches Ocelot in facial features, because he's kind of, I don't know. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see he's like an Aryan perfection kind of thing, but he's pasty blonde. I mean, you could find a pasty actor and just dye his hair blonde. I mean, I'm trying to look for people who don't have to go through a lot of work done to them, so they look like the characters. Because if the more work you've got to do on someone, if you're trying to get them to look like another person, or if like you're doing, they've done it before. They've casted people who look pretty damn close to the character they want to portray, and then just done a little bit of makeup or a little bit of hair changing, and then you've had people who don't even come close, and it's just stupid. Now, for a sci-fi movie, dressing someone up as an alien, that's fine because it's an alien, it's not a person. But yeah, I'm trying to look for people close to the people who look like the game characters, which is kind of hard at the minute. I don't know. I don't know a lot of actors or actresses, so I'm just kind of picking the people I know from films I've seen and stuff. And I would probably end up changing my mind on what I think of some of the people. Like, I will see a movie, or I'll see someone mentioning a movie, I'll see the trailer for something, I go, that guy kind of looks. So my choices will probably change, but for old Ocelot, Sean Bean or Clint Eastwood, and for young Ocelot, a Hemsworth brother. Now, the last kind of major role in Metal Gear Solid 3 is Eva, or Eva, or whatever you want to call her. And I was thinking, I've seen her now. This first choice only becomes because I was an idiot and I was watching iZombie at the time. But Rose McIver, now she's a bit small, and Eva's like what 5'8". Rose is like 5'2". I don't know. She's a midget, but it kind of just came from because I looked at her and I was like, if you were to, because she's a blonde, and I was looking at her and I was like, they've kind of got the similar hair, similar kind of face, not very close, but it's still similar. The build, pretty close, because Eva's, even though she kicks ass, she's like a ninja. She's very slim. She's like supermodel kind of, because it's it's technically a James Bond movie in a game, so and they're all models that could just kick ass. But I was like, all right, yeah, Rose McIver. But my obvious one, and you've probably all guessed this, you're probably Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, I was thinking Scarlett Johansson. Put her in a blonde wig. She kind of matches the whole stupid thing that goes on with Eva and Snake. The whole flirty thing where she's wearing the stupid jumpsuit and shit. That kind of matches. Plus, she's played a spy. She's played a secret agent already, so she's kind of got the whole walk down and like the whole lingo and stuff. Granted, she's playing a secret agent in a superhero movie, so it's not really Cold War kind of stuff. But I mean, hey, you could probably throw some Cold War stuff at her. I don't know. But at the same time, I've just thought to myself right now, I could probably go watch like is it The Bridge of Spies or The Bridge of Lies or something with Tom Hanks in it. Basically, I'm probably just going to go watch a bunch of Cold War movies right now and pick some people out, because just to see if any person if they've made people up in those movies who look like the people I would put in this kind of movie. Now, those are the people I've chosen just like after 20 minutes of thinking about it. I haven't really put super amount of thought into it, and I will. Don't you worry, I will put super amount of thought into this, and then I will mail myself to like Japan, and I will just walk in to Konami headquarters and be like, look, this is what you're doing, and they'll go, sorry, we don't speak English. They'll say it in Japanese. I go, alright, I've done this for no reason, then fuck it, I don't care. Here's a list of people, go cast this movie. And they'll make the movie, and then the movie will be shit because everybody just pisses all over superhero / game movies. I mean, Marvel's doing pretty okay, so I'll let Marvel off. But yeah, there's been no good gaming movies. Now, I like gaming movies, especially like the stupid Street Fighter movies with Kylie Minogue. I love those movies. I don't care what you say. Super Mario Brothers, everybody hates it. I love it. It's fucking hilarious. I don't want a super game movie or a superhero movie or whatever to be dead serious and it must be like this and ha 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 ha. I mean, they put Ben Kingsley in Sands of Time, and last time I played the Sands of Time or watched any of the cutscenes, there is no guy who looks like Ben Kingsley in it. Hell, they got pretty damn close with the dude who plays the Prince, whose name completely forgets me. And I will always go back to Prince of Persia because that's the most recent game movie I've watched, apart from Assassin's Creed. And everybody dumped on Assassin's Creed, but Assassin's Creed was an awesome movie, right? Stop being so mean to people doing movies. They make them for you, and not for... Well, they make them for money as well. Never mind, they're making them for money. Let's just go with that. But let's get to the movie side of it. Like how... It's only going to take like 5 more minutes is this video, but the movie side, as in how they would do the games in movie order, or how they would do how basically how they would put the game which order the movies would come out in due to with the way the games come out. So you'd have to start with Metal Gear Solid 3 and you would have to end with Sons of Liberty. That one's obvious. That's the timeline. Now you could kind of put two together because some do happen within the same kind of... I'm pretty sure there's 2 games that are only a year apart, like the PSP games or something. So if you to do those, you could just you could put them back to back and just make them one story, which would probably save down on making movies, but I think I brought it down to the max amount of movies they would have to make was about 8 or something, 68 movies I think I said. Yeah, because there's like a total of 16 Metal Gear games, but there's like 9 for the main story. So if you just focused on the main story, you would have to do like 6 to 8 movies. Because Peace Walker and Ground... Yeah, that's it. Peace Walker and Ground Zero are a year apart. 1974 and 1975 for Ground Zeroes. Peace Walker's in 1974. Ground Zeroes is in 1975. So those two could be kind of like the ending of Ground Zeroes could be like the stopping point for the next movie, which would be The Phantom Pain. But yeah, 6 to 8 movies. And I mean, Star Wars has done it. Star Wars is like, what, almost 10 movies now? Episode 8's coming out. We've got Han Solo coming out. So that puts us on 9 movies. Plus the Clone Wars, that's 10. There's a bunch of them. Star Wars has done it. You can do it with Metal Gear Solid. There are plenty of people out there who would love to see this movie done. And if you did it right and didn't fuck around and made the movie to basically imitate the game and not try and make your own stupid kind of side story with it, you would be fine. If you tried to make the movie the way you wanted it to and like your story and all this kind of stuff, you'd fuck up. You'd lose everybody. The audience would turn against you and you would have you'd lose money. No, but if you took the game and pretty much just put it into film and like acted it all out, added in new dialogue, because obviously you can't have gameplay footage as like the movie. You could probably try and do what they did in like Doom, where he goes into first person mode. You could try and throw that kind of element into it, like maybe some dude knifes a snake and it turns into a ration box or whatever. But I mean, he also eats a snake in one of the cutscenes. So, but hey, all you really have to do is just take all the cutscenes from one of the games, and that's roughly a movie. It's about what, 4 hours long for just the first game, Metal Gear Solid 3. Pretty sure all the cutscenes together are like 3-4 hours long. So there you go. You've already got your storyboard right out done there. You just have to put it in live action. But anyway, we're actually coming to the end of this video. So I actually want to know what you guys think. Maybe there are rumours about a Metal Gear Solid movie coming out. Maybe there aren't. I don't know. But if there are, I'm probably going to go find it. I'm going to go do some searching in a minute after I've recorded some more stuff. But I would like you to comment down below if you have anything you want to add into this. Choices for actors, how they would have to shoot the movie, where they would shoot the movie, maybe fucking Cuba, because it's like the Cuban Missile Crisis in Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain or some shit like that, or Russia, obviously, a jungle in Russia for Metal Gear Solid 3 and all this kind of stuff. I don't know how they would throw the Metal Gears in. It would have to be CGI, and it would have to be good CGI, but I'm thinking they could maybe hire out Weta Workshop, because they've done very good modelling and stuff for the Ghost in the Shell movie, which I've seen a lot of stuff of. Looks amazing. I'm going to go watch it eventually. But maybe Weta Workshop, they've done good with Lord of the Rings and stuff. Who knows? Industrial Light and Magic, George Lucas's thing, they've done good stuff. But anyway, this is the end of the thing, so yeah, comment down below what you think. I would appreciate also a nice like, share, and if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. I hope to see you all guys in the next video, and until then, goodbye.